Hello and welcome to A Dad Reads with me, David. Now, today's story, I have no idea why I picked this story up, but I have. And to be honest, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover. So, today's story is called All Pigs Are Beautiful, and it's by Dick King Smith and it's illustrated by Anita Jerram. Now, let's find out exactly why Dick likes pigs or finds pigs so beautiful. All pigs are beautiful. Just a few facts before we move on to the story. Check it out. A pig can eat everything that you can. You can't digest grass, roots, and tubers, for instance, but a pig can. Pigs have a very keen sense of smell. They can even smell food buried underground. Young female pigs are called gilts. A female pig is a sow. Once a sow has mated, the farmer expects the pig to give birth 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days later. Now, on to the story. I love pigs. I don't care if they're little pigs or big pigs, with long snouts or short snouts, with ears that stick up or ears that flop down. I don't mind if they're black, white, or ginger or spotty. I just love pigs. If you really twisted my arm and said, "You must have a favourite sort of pig, what is it?" then I might have to say a white, black spotted, middle snouted, flop eared pig that comes from Gloucestershire. Though all the pigs I've ever owned, my favourite one in particular was a boar called Monty, who was a large white. A male breeding pig is called a boar. The luckiest pigs, like Monty, live outside. Monty never looked white because he lived out in a wood where there was a pond in which he liked to wallow. But he looked very large, and he was. A good coating of mud protects a pig from sunburn. I bought him as a youngster, but when he was full grown, he weighed 600 pounds. Monty was so gentle. When I went out to feed him and his 10 wives, he would come galloping through the trees to my call. A really monstrous and frightening sight to anyone who didn't know what a soppy old thing he was. What he really loved, once he finished his grub, was to be scratched on top of his head between his great ears. And it always affected him in the same way. His eyes, with their long pale lashes, would close in ecstasy, and slowly his hindquarters would sink down until he was sitting on his bottom like a huge dog. Oh, this is lovely, you could hear him thinking. What more can life offer? Most pigs aren't so fussy. Just having their backs scratched is enough for them. They squirm with pleasure. And of course, you must talk to them. Pigs, like people, enjoy a good chat. So don't just stand there, saying nothing. Piggy, piggy, piggy will do if you don't happen to know the pig's name. I'm talking to a big fat sow, and don't know what she's called. I usually call her mother or mummy. They like that. A female breeding pig is called a sow. Sows who live outdoors build huge nests of grass, sticks, and bracken to have their babies in. A sow normally weighs between 8 and 12 piglets at a time. Each piglet chooses its own private teat and returns to it for every feed. Sows spend their time having babies, loads of them, and they take good care of them as your mum does of you. Well, almost. Trouble is, newborn piglets are so small that sometimes the sow lies down and squashes one. Your mother would never do that to you, I hope. Of course, while you're busy talking to pigs, telling them how lovely they are or how their babies are, the pigs are talking back. Those who don't know how much those who don't know much about them just hear grunts and squeaks. But there are all sorts of things a pig might be saying to you, if you understood the language, such as, "How kind of you to admire my children," or "Scratch a little harder, please. Up a bit, a little bit to the left, down a bit. Oh, yes, that's it." Or, "Well, yes, actually, you're not the first person to call me beautiful." Or, "This food is excellent. Yum yum, thanks a bunch." But, of course, pigs, like people, aren't always sunny and good tempered, and you might hear, "Hurry up, you stupid two-legged creature. I'm starving hungry and you're late." Or, "Don't you dare pick up one of my babies or I'll bite you." And be careful because pigs have a horrible bite, so don't take liberties. Pigs know their own minds like people, which makes them difficult to drive. Pigs that are well fed rarely need the vet. A pig's insides are pretty well exactly the same as ours, too. Heart and lungs and liver and kidneys and stomach. They're all in the same place as ours are. And pigs, like people, can eat meat or vegetables or both. Like people, or at any rate, people once they've been potty trained, pigs are very clean in their habits and will never foul their own nests. Have you noticed how often I've said that pigs are like people? That's one of the reasons I like them so much. There's one big difference though. People can be good looking or just ordinary looking or plain ugly. But all pigs are beautiful. And that is the end of the story. Now, what did you think of that story? What do you think of pigs? Do you think they're beautiful? Let me know in the comments. I guess all kind of creatures are beautiful depending on what you like. I don't think I'd have a pig as a pet though. I'm quite happy with Luna. But yeah, let me know what you thought of that story in the comments. And yeah, let me know if you'd have a pig as a pet. Would your mummy or daddy let you have a pig as a pet? Anyway, that's the end of the story. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. And until the next time, bye for now.